In a lot of movies, there are many scenes where two characters are required to talk to each other, and often it's because someone wants something from the other. Usually it means that someone needs to win the scene. They need to walk away with something, and even if they don't, the other person does win, and it tells us something about the story to move on.
Tell me, what did Miggs say to you? Multiple Miggs in the next cell. He hissed at you. What did he say?
He said, "I can smell your cunt."
I see. I myself cannot.
Winning means everything because without it, the characters don't learn anything new. And importantly, it's hard for us to watch them grow and overcome challenges on their quest to become the hero of the story. But what happens if nobody wins? This is where a genre like horror thrives because in horror films, you're watching a series of circumstances unfold that make it sure that no matter what, the characters are going to lose, or at least lose until the very end. This is what makes part of the action so terrifying because you know that what you're watching isn't going to go down very well.
What is it?
Take a look at this scene from the movie Talk to Me, where we have Riley volunteering himself to be possessed by a ghost while others around him watch with enthusiasm. After having watched each character before him do the same thing without anything go wrong, we already suspect that this cannot continue down the same path and that eventually something's gotta give. But we don't know what exactly, and we just have a feeling that Riley is going to lose, and lose badly. As the scene unfolds, his possession takes the form of Mia's deceased mother, which invokes an emotional response to keep Riley in his possessed state. This is the trigger point or the match that lights the fuse because as the time expires, Riley enters into a world of pain.
Oh my God.
Our expectation that things were going to go bad was met, but the outcome was something that we didn't see coming. Watching a poor teenage boy beat himself to death with sounds and visuals that feel so visceral and wicked shocks us to our core because how can something so physically horrifying happen to someone so innocent and helpless? But Riley isn't the only one who loses in this scene, and maybe it's more about Mia, who has already lost so much, but who continues to be haunted by her dead mother in the future. She has lost the only connection she has ever had with her past, and she is also the one largely responsible for why this terrible event has happened to Riley. Talk to Me is a movie that deals with loss in a uniquely interesting concept, but it continues that tradition of any horror movie that puts a magnifying glass on situations where characters lose and lose badly. It reminds us of the other half of stories where sometimes we are not the hero of our world, but where in reality, we are that scared, helpless child trying to make sense of a universe that we don't understand and that isn't afraid to hurt us. It digs deep down into our fight or flight response and forces us to watch people lose horribly and to ultimately confront our worst nightmares.
There he is. They like you.
What?